Hey everybody, welcome to episode 4 of Let's Preview Elite Dangerous, the standard beta. So I've been playing a little bit offline to do some running around and exploring. Last time I picked up some cargo and I couldn't find a good place to sell it, so I started keeping notes around some of my travels in the star system. And, well, here's where I am now. I'm basically near the edge of the navigable area that's in standard beta in the magic system. And one might ask me, what the heck are you doing way out there in the middle of nowhere in the magic system? Well, I'll tell you, I'm making money. And a good chunk of it, too. I currently have... where'd it go? Right there. 120,000 credits. And I'm pretty much making a killing on some milk and honey runs out here in 3 systems. Let me go back to the galactic map and I'll show you. Okay, so between magic, this one's unpopulated, isn't it? Anyway, I'm getting them. Between Opala, Ovid, and Magic, I'm making some pretty good money moving some goods around. I had been taking notes and I found that Magic supplies tea and coffee at the lowest prices I could find anywhere else in the easily reachable systems. And it just so happens that Opala, right next door, can't get enough tea. So it all really comes down to the supply and demand. Magic has a high supply, I think. I'll double check. Tea. And Magic has a medium supply of tea, so their prices are pretty darn good. Looks like the actual price is $12.50. Which is still better than anywhere else I've pretty much found. So if I fill my cargo hold full of tea for that much money,
cargo hold at maximum capacity.
This is a pretty low risk run. And then take it literally right next door to Opala. I think it's next door. Oh no, I gotta go through Ovid. Okay. It's 2 hops away then.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Heading up and out. Looks like there are other people heading in though, so I gotta be careful of that traffic out there. Yeah, we'll just hang tight over here to the side. So this traffic clears. That should be pretty good. Looks like they're more or less out of the way. And we just punch it full throttle for Ovid. We'll fly through Ovid to Opala. And once we're there, sell our tea, and then we backtrack, moving cargo along the way. Yeah, this here Sidewinder's being silly. Or Cobra Mark III. That's what we're saving up for, by the way. It's just a nice little Cobra Mark III. Just gotta wait for him to get out of range and get him to jump. Ooh, oh, nice cold ice water. So refreshing. There he goes. Now it's my turn to jump. Okay, so in Super Cruise, we're not even going to bother dropping out of Super Cruise. We're just going to go straight on to Opala.
Drive charging.
Which is over up and this way. And once we get there, we'll sell our tea for pretty good profit.
2, 1.
So here I am in Super Cruise. I'm actually going to go ahead and coast this out. It's a pretty long Super Cruise, at least for a YouTube video. For playing the game, it isn't too bad, but for a YouTube video, it's a bit long. So we'll go ahead and just pause until we get to the other side, and I'll talk to you then. Okay, so here we are about 0.15 light seconds away from the Romanenko estate, outside or inside the Opala system. And I took some time running around, just going around and looking at prices, and just recording them and taking a look at places that I might be able to find some decent little trade runs. And I found this T run to Opala, and then I take, I think it's fish from Opala to Ovid, and then something like either marine supplies. Oh, crop harvesters. Yeah, crop harvesters from Ovid to back to Magic. And it just shows that there are definitely opportunities out here in various parts of the Elite universe, even this small Elite universe, to find a fair amount of profit. So the profit margin, well, you'll see when I get in here, the profit margin for this tea is pretty insane. And that's because this run hasn't been completely mined out like the other gravy runs that are going on in the middle of the, closer to Aranin and that where people start. So I've just been kind of grinding these out over and over again. Not terribly many, not terribly long, maybe a couple of hours. And I went from having 30,000 credits in the bank to 100,000 credits in the bank, and I'm well on my way towards getting my Sidewinder. I know that a Sidewinder costs about 115,000 credits, and since I tend to follow the rule, let me just get docking clearance here. I tend to follow a rule where I won't buy a new ship unless I have 1.5 times the cost of that ship in cash on hand. So I'm saving up to about 180,000 credits, and these runs, these repetitive runs, are actually making life pretty easy in doing that. This particular set of runs is in all Federation space. There isn't any jump to any independence or unaligned space or anything, so it's a really safe run. If any trouble hits you, crime is instantly reported, and yeah, it would be kind of silly for piracy to occur because they'd just be incurring tons of fines and might be getting a response from system authorities and stuff like that. So it's pretty clean, and this is online multiplayer. I'm in the open group. Pad 27. It's down below me. I can't see it. And just coming on down. Yep, there it is. Landing gear, please.
Warning, landing gear not deployed.
No, my landing gear's deployed now, so shut up. You, sir, are incorrect. Or ma'am.
Docking
Alright,
successful.
now let's take a look at this T run and see how much money I actually ended up making. Fuel up. Go to the commodities market. So yeah, T's selling for 1588 here. Ching, ching. Selling all of it gives me 5,000 credits worth of profit, which is pretty okay. And that is a nice little run for Ovid. Now, if I wanted to, I just grab crop harvesters from here and take them to Opala for about 400 credits worth of profit each, and that would give me about 6,000 credits worth of profit in that one. But I actually found another run. It's considerably longer, but it's really profitable and kind of fun because it involves actually a few jumps. So what was it? Yes. Okay. So we are here in the Romanenko estate in Opala. I'm going to grab a little something to take back with me.
Warning, cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity. I'm at Opala, so yeah.
Ship released.
So I've grabbed a load of fish. I could take this load of fish back to Ovid. Or I can do something completely different as soon as all these ships that are coming get out of my way. Holy crap, this place has a lot of traffic tonight. I'm sitting here for however long it takes for that anaconda to get out of the way. Luckily my ship is skinny. I'm still in the hauler, obviously. So yeah, I can slip out like this. It's kind of silly to do so, but yeah. Alright, let's set course for Styx. And I know Styx is a dead system, doesn't have anything in it, but it's an intermediary spot between here and Ibutis. Grab a little sip of my ice water. Num num num. Detecting hostile scan. You guys can scan me all you want. I'm just leaving. Bye. All I gotta do is get out of mass lock range, 1000, and push the button. So we're gonna go to Styx. We'll skip through Styx to Ibutis, and then from Ibutis, I don't think Ibutis particularly wants fish. I think they supply fish actually, but we'll see. And we will get ourselves aligned while our engines cool off a little bit for Ibutis. It's going to wait for a couple more ticks of the old radiator. There we go. This should be good. So flying around in Late Dangerous is actually really cool now because they actually have multiple waypoints. You have a limited distance. You can make multiple jumps between star systems, and I think that's really slick. Actually, my only point of feedback is I do wish they would increase the jump range a little bit. The ship's only consuming 0.8 tons of fuel maximum per jump is pretty limiting, and it actually cuts off parts of the galaxy that should otherwise be reachable to many of these ships. Makes them completely unreachable because they can't even empty. It's not physically possible to make the jump. So I kind of hope that they up that to a full 1 ton of fuel per ship, or 1 ton of fuel per jump as the baseline. Maybe that's the Sidewinder standard, and then everything. And other ships are a little more capable going from there. And okay, we have arrived in Allen, and we'll go ahead and dock at Allen Enterprise as soon as I find it on my compass here. There it is. Okay, head on over to Allen Enterprise. We're already coming up on the point at which I like to back my throttle off to the blue zone. And we're coming up on Allen Enterprise here. So this run, again, I just took a look at that. I was taking a look at the systems along that corridor between Allen Enterprise and Magic, and I'll show you when I get there. But I found a great run that makes me about 11,000 credits per delivery, which is really nice. And it's, I do have to make 1, 2, 3 jumps to get there, but that's no big deal. There's 3 chained jumps straight out of Super Cruise. I don't have any risk of being pirated hardly at all. I don't even think there's really much time for me to be interdicted. No more than any other run anyway, because I spend just a few seconds in Super Cruise cooling down the engines to get right back into hyperspace. And remember old Allen Enterprises here. So this run is more profitable right now than progenitor cells. And that's because the progenitor cells run has been so overdone that the supply is low and the demand is low, so the prices have compressed. There's only about 500 credits per unit. Let's see if I can't find the... Yeah, progenitor cells. So it's about 500 credits per unit, which is less than a 10% profit margin in progenitor cells right now. So I'm pretty much skipping that and going for something a little more lucrative. Takes me just a little longer to get it, but by a little more, I mean a lot more lucrative. Oh, and we're close enough to ask for clearance, contact, request docking.
Request granted.
And we're at the point in my career really now where with the hauler having only 16 spots of cargo, and me having so much money in so much cash in the bank right now, that I am limited by the amount of cargo space, not the amount of cash in my wallet. And just dump all my power and shields and head on in. So this is my standard docking procedure, and get myself nice and lined up. Flying in the blue zone, so I'm not making any terribly sudden moves in case anyone comes flying up or out or around. I have my shields on full in case there's an incidental bump, which there very well might be. It looks like this guy is headed out. Nope, he's headed in. Okay. He's just going damn slow. Anybody else? Yep, there's a Sidewinder headed out. Again, using my scanners to pay attention to my situational awareness. 34, I'm flying right past it. It's on my left. Now it's below me. Landing gear. Slide a little forward. Whoops, too far forward. Oh my gosh, what happened to my elegant landing? There we go.
Successful. Engines disengaged.
Okay, so this run, come on, I have fish for you guys. I know it's only going to make me a couple thousand credits, but I still have it. Commodities market, and sell that. All right, now let's go down to the terrain enhancement systems. These guys sell these for 39. Oh wow, they've gone down in price. So yeah, here we go. Once again, based on supply and demand, the supply for this is high, and I spend half my money on terrain enhancement systems, and we plot course right back
Ship released. Engines engaged.
to I think it's Magic. Oh no, it's Opala. Opala loves them some terrain enhancement systems. Alright, let's get out of here. So, to get to Opala with a full load, I again need to go to Ibutis. And then Styx. Full power to the engines. Yep. And we're out of mass lock, so let's get our hyperdrive going. Alright, in iBuddhist, let's align for sticks. Wait for our ship to cool down just a smidge, and then punch the hyperdrive again. Should be good enough. And we are now in sticks, so now I align for Opala. Oh my god, I can't speak right now. And once again, we're still pretty hot, so we'll wait for our ship to cool down to a reasonable level before I punch up the hyperdrive. 60, 59, 58 is good. Punch it. Punch it up, and then we'll go back and dock at the Romanenko estate again. And, quick, someone run the math. 4,668 divided by 3912. If you run that calculation, you will end up with a profit margin per unit of terrain enhancement systems. I know it's higher than 10%. I'm not sure if it's quite 15%. But, yeah, it's pretty good. So yeah, there's Romanenko Estate, about 1,488 light seconds away. And I will chat with you guys on the other side of Super Cruise. We made it up to a pretty respectable clip there of about 29C. And now we're rapidly approaching the point where I'm going to start slowing down. So I always watch for my speed to be about 10% of my current distance. So there it is. Actually, I kind of went a little far, but that's right. By about 150 light seconds for sure, you should be backing off to the blue zone to avoid overshooting this places. You've seen me in my previous videos overshooting like crazy probably. And I've managed to get that under control a bit longer, which makes for trading these longer runs a whole lot more tolerable. And the Romanenko estate is over there on the far side of the planet, so I don't want to get slowed down by that stupid planet, by that gravity well. I'm going to swing wide here, just like so, and come on in from the bottom. All sorts of interesting places to explore, which I will start probably doing when I get my Cobra. Various conflict zones, unidentified signals, and who knows what's that are out there. Of course, the Cobra is a pretty capable trade runner. It's in its own right. I'm excited to see what the capabilities of the Cobra are in standard beta, but it's going to take me a little bit of work to get up to the requisite 180,000 credits. Again, the Cobra only costs 115,000 credits, but if you want to have any money to do anything with it, you better have some spare left over. So I take the cost of a ship, multiply it by 1.5, and then save it for that amount before I will before I will commit. That's the word I'm looking for. Commit to buying one. All right, dropping out of Super Cruise into the Romanenko estate system or starport. Here we go. Full powers and engines. Another little kind of fun trick based on the current beta. Who knows? And the beta stuff is subject to change at any time, so you never know what's going to happen. But if I turn flight assist off and hit boost one time, you just get up to your ship's maximum speed and coast. So now we're coasting in at 300 meters per second. Which is a nice, respectable little clip. Target Romanenko Estate so I can see the actual distance. And when we're inside of 7 kilometers, I will ask for clearance to dock. No fire zone entered. That means we should be able to ask for clearance. Request docking clearance. Turn on flight assist again. And we are cleared to pretty much fly straight in. Should I just full throttle in with this huge haul of expensive cargo? There's no traffic, I can tell on my radar. Oops. Whoa. Okay, that lag. Oh, man. The worst time for lag ever. My heart's still pounding from that lag. I was like, oh my god, I'm going to smash into the side and die. Oh. Alright. Let's set this guy down. And, whoop, whoop.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Welcome to the Romanenko estate. Let's go ahead and fill up our fuel tank. And hit the old commodities market. And we are bringing in a profit of, oh darn, only 11,312 credits. Yeah. So out of 74,000 credits sold, 11,000 of that is profit. Ka-ching. Thank you very much for your contribution. I know 139,000 credits. So I'm making money hand over fist doing this kind of stuff. In fact, I'm going to just make that run again. And here I am flying into Allen Enterprises, and this is where I will leave you at the end of episode 4. Just making this run a few times to get my money up. Looks like I'll have to make it 5 more times, 6 more times, something like that, then I can afford my Cobra. So, yeah. Until next time, keep flying and stay shiny.
I was born on a rock where the stars didn't shine. Now I soar like a leaf on the wind. The clouds were polluted, the sea filled with brine. Now I soar like a leaf on the wind. I swore to myself that above it I'd rise, sail over the mountains and into the skies, to see the stars brighter than man can devise. I'd soar like a leaf on the wind. Put me where I'll see stars so that I can see you, and I'll soar like a leaf on the wind. 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 Soar like a leaf.